Hello, dear Helen. Thank you so much for coming back. We had a little review, small adjustments, and I just wanted to ask how you're doing. So please go for it.
Yeah, really good actually. Had the treatment three-ish weeks ago, didn't I? And
Yes.
great, as in I was having quite bad. Well, when I ate food or I'd wake up in the morning and this side, due to grinding, clenching, and not being able to chew properly, would lock, and I would have to sort of manipulate it back. That's completely stopped. That's
Fabulous.
gone.
Fantastic.
My jaw is kind of physically unable to do it because of the extra height here.
Brilliant.
I was a terrible grinder and clencher, mostly at night, but during the day as well. And as I was explaining to you before, I've had a little bit of a cold. So
Yes.
I think my airways haven't been perfect. So there's been a couple of times where my partner's noticed me sort of doing that, but
Yeah.
I think that's more about finding, because they're new teeth. But
And,
other than that,
and potentially, when you had your cold, you wanted to have wider airways. So those efforts can creep back in. And I do mention to patients when we have our prosthodontic rehabilitation, there might be still a residual clenching if it's not enough for the tongue. So orthodontics then are introduced. But in your particular case, we had to act quickly, restore the dentition because the problems with the back were creeping in. How is that going?
it certainly hasn't got any worse.
Fabulous.
Again, I think due to the fact of having a cold, every little area that I've got an ache in anyway, as is usual, sort of you feel it more. So I've had little tweaks, but it certainly hasn't got any worse, and it's continuing to improve, mainly. But yeah, I grinding my teeth, haven't done that at all. As I said, my partner noticed me kind of doing that once, but I think that's more about having a cold and sort of teeth being in a new position and that, but yeah, all really positive.
That's
really.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned something also to me very meaningful about the social media, the support group. You felt you don't have to be there so frequent. This is super important. That means you are ready to kind of go back to life. Please tell me about that.
I just think that I've probably been it's a fabulous group, and I found you through the group. So I've got a lot of help from the TMJ support group. But I think probably over the last 4 or 5 years, I was spending a lot of time sort of constantly on my news feed, obsessing. If I was seeing someone else with an issue and I can relate to that, and I just feel now that in order to sort of allow myself to recover and not kind of think, have I got that, or obsess over something, I've muted it for a little bit. Purely just to see how things go and try and live in the moment with it rather than always looking for problems, basically.
Fabulous. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for that beautiful feedback. We will be seeing you hopefully, not for with problems, but to make sure you're absolutely fine and maybe build a little bit more. Thank you so much. Yes,
just add one little thing. I think that also the face shape as well. That's a big change. I mean, I never had this done for aesthetic reasons.
Yes.
But my mouth feels so much more central. My mouth feels fuller, and I'm just not waking up kind of feeling crushed from fighting all night as well. Even with having a cold, because that I know I've been breathing through my mouth. Because I've been fully blocked here, but even with that, I'm still not waking up with that awful, like I've been run over by a train kind of thing, really. So I think it's all positive. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellen, so much, and enjoy your lovely holiday.
Thank you. I will.
Take care. Bye bye.